May I come in? Assalamu
Oh,
alaikum.
oh, please. You need to tell us about yourself something to all of us.
Yes. I'm Khadija Tahir. I basically belong to Sialkot. As far as my familial background is concerned, we are a small family of 4 people. We are 2 sisters, and I'm the younger one. My father is a doctor, my sister is a doctor. My mother is a housewife, and I am a mechanical engineer by profession. I graduated in 2018, and since that time, I've been working in a government organization as a mechanical engineer. And this was my second attempt. In the first attempt, I did not score very well to get allocated.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
So you want to join federal services.
Yes, sir.
This is your plan. That's why you are here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us something about Pakistan.
So Pakistan basically is a country which was carved out of the subcontinent in 1947 to provide its state for the Muslims of the subcontinent. And Pakistan has been in existence for over 70 years now. Unfortunately, we have not progressed very well as a country, and there are some flaws in the institutions, in the political, economic systems, which we as a nation need to work on.
What is the population of Pakistan?
That is around 220 million.
What is the area of Pakistan?
So, if I may make a guess, it's around 796095 kilometers square.
What is the fundamental and supreme law of the land?
So, it's an Islamic republic as per
Law.
Article 2 of the
Constitution. Okay, Khadija, you tell me, how do you view structure of Pakistani society? Tell us something about the structure.
Sir, in Pakistani society, as per my observation, there is a political ruling class, then there is a middle class, which majority of them are educated and working, and then there is a class, huge class, which is poor and living below the poverty line. So that would be a macro level structure for me of the Pakistani society.
Okay, you have done sociology.
Yes, sir.
Identify 5 major social issues which you see in Sialkot or in Pakistan.
Yes, sir. So first of all, there's poverty, then there's unemployment, then we have a lot of deviance in the society, for example, theft rate, and so fourth would be there's gender discrimination, which we need to work on, and so fifth is a bit lack of law and order in the country.
How do you view the state of economy at the moment?
Economy of the country is going through a difficult period. We have twin deficits, current account deficit and the fiscal deficit, and there's a lot of debt which the country needs to pay. Our rupee is depreciating at a very fast rate, and we are facing a huge inflation as a nation.
How do you see the future of social media on politics?
Sir, the influence of the social media on politics is increasing, in my view. Sir, there's a lot of growing trend of accountability, and it has strengthened the civil society as well, which we saw in the Noor Muqaddam case or the motorway incident. Sir, social media is also a platform to generate public opinion by the political parties and get people on their bandwagons.
What role computer is playing in your life? Tell us something.
Sir, computer was the first platform on which I drove cars, which I love. Secondly, computer was a medium on which we watched movies, and we then interacted with my friends as well through social media platforms. And so recently, computer has been a great help and a great source for the preparation of civil services exam.
Thank you. Absolutely.
What are bureaucratic rigmaroles?
Sorry, sir.
Bureaucratic rigmaroles.
Sir, I don't have any idea about it.
Why are bureaucrats, they get bogged down?
Yes, sir.
Too much emphasis, importance is given to rules and regulations, their application.
Yes, sir.
You see, as which undermine public interest, which is not in public interest because that delays the dispensation of work and dispensation of justice. This is what I'm trying to ask you. Why they get?
Sir, it is basically to actually note down everything for transparency and accountability. And then again, we have a lot of processes and procedures, a lot of paperwork, extra paperwork, which could be avoided.
How do you see the role of Quaid-e-Azam in the struggle for Pakistan?
The role of Quaid-e-Azam was very important right from the Lucknow Pact in 1916 till the emergence of Pakistan. Quaid-e-Azam played a very important part, and Quaid-e-Azam was actually one of the main leaders who later made the Muslims realize that they had to stand for a separate state and they should not go for joint electorates in India, and they should go for a separate homeland instead.
That's all?
Yes, sir.
What is sixth extinction about? Sixth extinction.
Sorry, sir, I don't have any idea about it.
This is related to global warming, climate change, ecological changes that have started taking place in the globe and how they'll affect the globe at large. What are rainforests?
So rainforests are area of lands, for example, the Amazon forest, and these tend to absorb the extra carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they're called the carbon sinks, natural carbon sinks. But right now they're also involved in emitting.
Can you name some of the rainforests, famous rainforests of the world?
Sir, one is in Amazon, and then there's one in Brazil. There's one in Brazil.
Is your second choice. Can you name a few police stations of Sialkot?
Sir, I can name locality-wise. There's one on the Kashmir Road. There's one on Defense Road. Then there's one in Puranagar, and there's one in Cantonment area.
How do you view the performance of police?
Sir, in recent times, I've seen that police is actively involved in interacting with the public as well. We have seen the social media accounts, especially in Islamabad, whenever there's a sit-in or there's a diversion, we see that they communicate to the people alternative routes, which is a very good step, and it creates a trust level between the police service and the people.
Khadija Tahir, recently there was a bomb blast in police lines in Peshawar.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you look at that?
Ma'am, for me, it is a resurgence. It is an event which manifests the resurgence of terrorism in the country, and it has a very huge impact not only for the institutions but also for the public. For the institutions, it is a wake-up call that even the law enforcement agencies are not safe from terrorists, and for the people, it leads to scare in the society as a whole, where people think that when the law enforcement agencies are not safe from terrorists, who will protect them in the society from the militant agencies?
Or how do you define terrorism? Let's put it that way.
Ma'am, terrorism for me is indulging in any activity which leads to mass destruction, both in human life and for the infrastructure. And it is an act which transgresses the limits prescribed by the Constitution and by the penal codes of the country.
Do you know anything about hybrid warfare?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, hybrid warfare is the latest trend in the country. It is kind of a war in which combat forces are not directly involved. Rather, the war is conducted through social media platforms and through avenues like public opinion is manipulated through various avenues, for example, Facebook, Twitter, etc.
In your earlier response, you spoke of one of major problems of Pakistan as gender discrimination.
Yes, ma'am.
You have done gender studies.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you define what is a gender discrimination?
Ma'am, gender discrimination is basically a phenomena where both the genders are not given equal opportunities in the society, and there exists a prejudice for one gender or the other.
Thank you very much, Khadija.
Well, Khadija, you read political science.
Yes, sir.
Aristotle classified different forms of government.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me, please, what he says when polity perverts? What kind of states emerges, or government? What kinds of government emerges?
Sir, is it democracy?
Why there was a hatred toward the democracy in Plato's political philosophy as well as of Aristotle's?
Sir, both of them think that a common man is not suitable to rule the country. A country should be ruled by the learned class who are well aware of the basic principles.
Can you tell me how Aristotle's political philosophy contributed toward the development of Constitution of Pakistan?
Sir, Aristotle's political philosophy. Sir, Aristotle basically worked on a number of constitutions. He read, I guess, more than 50 constitutions and then laid the groundwork how the constitution is to be developed. So, sir, it provided a basic structure and for the constitutional development of Pakistan.
Name or thing that attracts you, that basically become the part of Aristotle's philosophy was?
Sir, it was the
Rule of the law.
yes, sir.
This was basically my question. Okay. Can you tell what was the end or the objectives of the fascist state?
So the end or the objectives of fascism was basically to to establish authoritarian in a country, to gain control of each and every institution of the country, to maneuver the lives of the people in a particular direction, to achieve ends of, for example, expanding the state and ensuring strength and victory in warfare if it occurs.
Can you tell me something about Mensheviks?
So Mensheviks was one of the political parties which developed in Russia during the era of 1918 to 1920. And
Wait, you read US history. Please tell when the debate of having colonies and social Darwinism began in academic circles of United States.
so if I'm allowed to make a guess,
Sure.
so was it at the end of the 19th century?
That's when you're right. Okay, when for the first time United States of America breached the policy of isolationism?
So that was in the war which occurred between France and Britain.
When policy of isolation, which doctrine basically laid down the policy of isolationism for US?
So the first one was in 1863, April 1863, in which Washington declared that United States of America had to stay neutral. And second was the Monroe Doctrine.
Yes. Okay, well, Al-Biruni wrote a treatise on culture of India. That is a very famous, in the form of a very famous book in Indian history. Can you name the book?
Sorry, sir, I don't have any idea about it.
Kitabul Hind, History of India. Okay, my question is now from Pakistan studies. When Gandhi-Irwin Pact concluded?
So that was in 1916.
Gandhi-Irwin Pact.
No, sorry, sir. Sir, that was in 1930s, right?
What concluded?
So Gandhi-Irwin Pact was basically after the civil disobedience movement, which was started by Gandhi during the round table conferences, and it said that political leaders of India won't be arrested so that Gandhi could participate in the second roundtable conference.
My last question is, what was August's offer?
Sir, August offer. Sorry, sir.
Let's conclude it. Let's have informal discussion.
Yes, sir.
If you have got question, you can ask, and we would like to give you some feedback. पहले सवाल पूछोगे या हम फीडबैक दें?
Sir, पहले आप feedback दे दें, please.
That's good. So you need to improve your introduction. 1 pager लिखो.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, लिख के पहले अपने बारे में लिखो 10 सफ़े. काट के फिर 1 पेज कर लो. फिर 1 मिनट में डिलीवर करो. Then you will set your pitch with the commission.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना? फिर पता लगेगा कि what you are telling them and how they should respond.
Sir, and how many aspects should I cover? Sir, should
Anything.
I?
मैं
Sir,
बताता हूँ
anything.
आगे. अपने आप को हालत जंग में ले आओ. Now this is a challenge which you need to accept. Accept कर चुकी हो लेकिन तैयारी नहीं कर रही. You are going to वो कहते हैं ना, हाँ, जंग में जा रही हो, जरा बख्तर तो पहनो ना.
ठीक है.
जो हाथ में तलवार, जरा बख्तर, कोई इधर से लाए इधर से. You have to face. न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग करो पुराने 3 महीने के अखबार निकालो, डॉन और न्यूज़, नेशनल न्यूज़, इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़, नेशनल सोशल इश्यूज, इकोनॉमिक इश्यूज, ये एक दफ़ा रिव्यू करो. आई होप यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग ए नोटबुक समथिंग लाइक दिस.
जी सर.
ठीक है ना? अब एग्जाम तुम्हारा सोचने वाला नहीं है, प्रॉम्प्ट है. यू नीड टू हैव पॉइंट्स. यहाँ लिखो इकोनॉमी ऑफ पाकिस्तान 1 2 3 पॉइंट. बस कोई सवाल करे तो उन पर रिस्पॉन्ड करो. एनर्जी क्राइसिस रिस्पॉन्ड करो. सी पैक रिस्पॉन्ड करो. यूएस चाइना रिस्पॉन्ड करो. यूएस पाकिस्तान रिस्पॉन्ड करो. यूएस इंडिया रिस्पॉन्स करो. चाइना इंडिया रिस्पॉन्ड करो. यू सी, दिस इज हाउ नाउ यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ. और ये है कि तुम यूं करो, तुम अपने टॉपिक्स आइडेंटिफाई करो और डिस्कस विद योर फैमिली मेंबर्स. ठीक है ना? सोशल स्ट्रक्चर में फैमिली इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पाकिस्तानी सोसाइटी में. तो कलेक्ट योर फैमिली. पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, उनको कहो जी लेट्स डिस्कस एनर्जी क्राइसिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान, या लेट्स रोज लोड शेडिंग होती है, वजह तो ढूंढो ना. यू टेल देम, लिसन टू देम, टॉक टू देम. जोर जोर से बोलोगी तो तुम्हारे दिमाग खुलेगा. तो हम ये फील करते हैं नॉलेज गैप है. मेरा ये ख्याल है, वो तुम्हें ये जब हम असेस कर रहे हैं तो वो भी असेस करेंगे. तो यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव. योर पर्सनैलिटी इज एक्सलेंट, नो वेरी इंटेलिजेंट हो तुम. कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स तुम्हारे बिल्कुल ठीक है. यू आर सॉफ्ट स्पोकन, बॉडी लैंग्वेज और लैंग्वेज सिटिंग पोस्चर फाइन. तो ये जो है ना, इट इज़ पंजाब के कंपटीशन में यू नीड टू डू मोर.
Khadija, you have a very nice personality. We are here to guide you, not to criticize you. So whatever points we are giving to you is to assist you for a better performance in your actual interview.
Yes, ma'am.
You're nicely dressed. Knowledge gap hai. You have to fill it up. And practice. All these questions are asked. Go on to YouTube also. See all the questions that are asked. And practice in front of mirror. That you look more proactive and more hands-on. It seems that you have just come because you've been asked to come, but not really into that competitive spirit. So in this form, whatever you write, you will be judged on that. You should know everything about that. So my recommendation would be reduce your favorite personality.
Okay, ma'am.
And write the personality that you think is reflective of your aspirations.
Okay, ma'am.
And then you should know everything about that personality. You know, Misbah Musarraf, activist against acid throw, this, that, and the other. But Misbah later on had a lot of scandals to her also. Why to have a person who has so many scandals attached to her? Because then it's reflective of you, as I said.
Yes, ma'am.
So avoid that.
Okay, ma'am.
You know, put in personality that you can defend. Similarly, the other things that you have written here, for example, the book, we didn't ask you many questions. Somebody can ask you, what is the origin of the word fundamentalism? And there's a whole history to it. Here it's a reluctant fundamentalist, but fundamentalism is a concept that has evolved over centuries. Does Islam, is it applicable to Islam? So many questions can come. Focus, when you prepare the form, be focused, and your responses, you seem to have knowledge, but at this moment it's like a scatterbrain.
Yes, ma'am.
Organize your thoughts.
Okay, ma'am.
And you'll do a great job. I'm confident that you will perform well. A little bit of tweaking is required.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
ये आपका knowledge gap है, due to which you tend to lose confidence also. तो you have good personality और जो है इसको knowledge को improve करें. जैसे कि basic मैंने आपसे पूछा था वो rigmarole, red tapeism, बाद में और जो है ओवर रिलायंस ऑन रूल्स, क्या वजह है इसकी, क्या इफेक्ट होता है. कायदे आज़म के बारे में भी आपने कोई इतने सॉलिड आर्गूमेंट नहीं दिए, ऐसी है सतही थे. तो कोशिश करें अपने नॉलेज को इम्प्रूव करें, गैप को फिलअप करें. यू हैव द पोटेंशियल टू परफॉर्म बेटर. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, sir.
खदीजा, आपने ऑप्शंस की तैयारी आपको लगता है बहुत अच्छी है. आपने ऑप्शंस के बहुत अच्छे आंसर्स किए हैं, लेकिन बहुत बड़ा पार्ट जो है इंटरव्यू का वो आपने आंसर्स नहीं ठीक से किया. दिस इज वन पार्ट. ठीक है, इंटरव्यू जो है वो तो ओवरऑल आपको असेसमेंट होगी आपकी. आपने यू नो दैट यू आंसर वेरी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस साइड्स योर ऑप्शनल्स. बट आई सजेस्ट अगेन कि जैसे अभी सर साहब आपसे आपको बता रहे हैं कि जो एक पहले वाला इंटरव्यू है उस पार्ट को भी आप थोड़ा सा फोकस करें. अपना सर्विसेज के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स को देखें, अपनी बुक्स, पर्सनैलिटीज, उन सबको भी स्टडी करें.
80% इंटरव्यू आपका इसी फॉर्मेट पे होगा जो आप लिख के देंगे. दे विल वेरीफाई ईच थिंग व्हाट यू हैव रिटन ऑन द पेपर. 20% अखबार का होगा जो मैंने आपको बता दिया. दिस इज द नटशेल. बेस्ट ऑफ लक. प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ.
Thank you so much, sir.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक. तैयारी करो.